Hello, my name is William Hughitt, and I am your instructor for BA 104. This is an online class. My email is right up here. That is always going to be the best way to get in touch with me. I monitor that often. It comes right to my phone. And so by syllabus and college policy, I have 48 hours to get back to you, but I rarely take that long. Usually it's within just a few hours, if not that evening when I get a little spare time. But generally I can get back to you very quickly. So if you have a question, concern, anything, email is going to be the best way. Our textbook for the course is Contemporary Mathematics for Business and Consumers. It's the 7th edition. Make sure you're getting the 7th edition, copyright 2015. Materials you're going to need, probably a calculator with some sort of a function, an XY key would probably be best. You do not need a graphing calculator. We don't do anything that elaborate, but you do need some of those exponential factors or keys on a calculator. In the videos, I use my phone a lot, and it has what I need on there, so you may be able to get by just using your phone. Technology is great anymore. We have those things readily available. As we scroll down here on our page here, you're obviously doing the watch this first. That's perfect. That's exactly what you need to do, and then continue to view these as you go down. The Welcome to BA 104 will cover all of the information here that you need for the course. Click on that. Go over again the textbook, the syllabi, contact. One of the highlights here I do want to bring out is that this is not really a self-paced class. Some online classes are. This is really not. We cover a lot of material in this class. We are covering 3 chapters every 2 weeks. So we are turning in work on, say, Thursday, the following Tuesday, and then Saturday for that 2-week unit. And so you're going to need to be able to stay on top of all of that information. And in normal class, 4-credit class, you're in class about 4 hours or so a week with an equal amount of that time outside of class for homework, etc. And you will need all of that time to get all the information out of this wonderful class. So again, just read through this information, a lot of good information there. A short introduction here, PowerPoint about a little bit about myself, and then probably the critical piece for most of you is the syllabi. And again, the syllabi is going to list my email address, information for the textbook, that type of thing, course description. Prerequisites, probably need at least math 20 skills, writing 115, reading 115. This is a 4-credit class. Again, we're covering a lot of information. Attended learning outcomes, flexibility statement, ADA, course outline and grading, how that's going to work. All of that good information here. Homework, chapter quizzes. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next video, but this is good information. Please read everything here. Notice that this is a weighted grading class. You have 10% of your grade is the forum postings. If you don't do them, you don't get any credit, and that, of course, just drops your grade by 10%. Chapter quizzes are 30, the unit exams are 30, and then the final is 30. So the chunk is going to be the assessments. Okay, we'll head back out of that. Minimum technical requirements. Go ahead and tap on that. Read through there. Calendar of due dates. This is going to be the same information as right up as you're going to get in other places with the when things are due. But again, every 2 weeks, that is going to be the Thursday, Tuesday, Saturday format. Some netiquettes. Again, you see these very commonly on online classes. If you're not familiar with these, please read through both of those on how we're going to communicate with each other and with your instructor. And then these are general college sites. So the tech support, who to contact there at the college, online learning. Part of the class does have PowerPoint, so we are using Microsoft products. This is a link to a free download for you. So in order to get that, if you don't have PowerPoint, this is a link so you can read them. You can't make them, but you can read them, and that's all you need for this class. So there's two different links here to downloadable versions of the PowerPoint. So if you don't have that, please get that. Apple will take this now, I believe. So if you're trying to use Apple for this, I think you should be fine. But again, you may need to check with Apple if you're not getting that to work quite right. I'm not that familiar with Apple. I'm kind of a PC guy, but it should work just fine with everything. Again, we have the ADA information, student services, all that good college information. Last couple of things here is the instructor's form. Now notice it says required to check a couple of times weekly. This is where I'm going to communicate with you as an entire class. So general information things, weekly updates. If I see trends in how I'm seeing the answers come in, I can help you with that. If things are going well, I may not need to put as much in there. So again, just a couple of times, just kind of click on that, see if there's some general class information there for you. This last one is a coffee shop. This is for you folks. So if you need a study buddy, a ride to campus, this is kind of that coffee shop forum you see in some online classes where they're just putting that out there for students to use. I don't monitor that. This is just if you want to drop a message to another classmate and say, hey, is anybody going to Hood River campus on Tuesday or something? Whatever it might be, that's again for you. Before we kind of get to the end of this, though, I do want to bring this to your attention. We do not cover chapters 1 to 3 in this course. We don't cover a few of the other chapters, but these first 3 are kind of that basic introduction. This is background knowledge I feel you should already have in order to be successful in this class. However, I also want to have this information available for you to review. So all of these are YouTube links to cover those concepts. So if you feel you need a little review, you can hit those. And again, there's a PowerPoint to kind of go over those skills for those 3 chapters. Again, we're going to use that information in the chapters that we do use. So again, we're not covering it, but it's for stuff you're supposed to know. So if you want to make just double check, use the PowerPoints here, go over that, check yourself, that type of thing. And then the last thing, this introduction to week 1. That's the next video I want you to go over because I'm going to explain how to use each of the units, how they're set up, how the assessments work, and that type of thing. So again, welcome to class. It's going to be a good one. There is a ton of wonderful business information in there. And it's just going to be a fun class, lots and lots of terminology and business terms, and it's just a great little class. So again, welcome.